What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am Donax. Today for you, I've got a tech review for White Forest. I will bring you my pre-ban list because I wanna see what's hit and how do you replace it. So let me show you. Here it is. So we lost Beatrice, we lost Lacrima, we lost Apple. We don't really care about La Polosa, but we do care about these two. And the reason is because the Finsmith cards will turn into your White Forest engine with nothing else needed. Like you can have just one Sangengine or one Golem, and you're gonna play your White Forest cards. It's not like that anymore. Um, that is why I switched to Runic in the past video. But there are ways to replace, um, to regain the lost inconsistency. And there are with two texts that I'll show you today. The first one is Magician Souls. So, of course, this would be very good with the Millennium. It doesn't guarantee you that you draw um, into your White Forest cards. It doesn't guarantee you draw into a Stellar or a Z. Even if you draw Sylvie, it's fine because um, you can um, you can get access to a Stellar via Sling. Like you go Sylvie, search Tails, Tails search a Stellar, and then you go into the usual combo. Then you make Celine, Celine specials a Stellar from their hand, and then you can play. So upping the count of Sylvies would be good for having a higher consistency. Another way would be having souls. Like we don't want to have too many normal summons because we have already 3, 5, and if you want to count there is 6, and it's kind of not a negligible number. So upping the number of this is possible, but it's not really what I want to do. So one option is this, and the other option is this card, which you probably haven't heard of in recently, and it's Adularia of the June Moon. What does it do? Basically, if you control a face-up card in your spell and trap zone, you can special this card from your hand, and this is irrelevant. What you can do is sending 2 face-up cards from your spell and trap zones. It doesn't need to send spells. You just have to send 2 face-up cards. So one of them could be the Requiem, which is equipped to your engraver. You could have the Wedgie Temple. You could have anything you place with Temple. So it's very easy to achieve this. What does it do? It foolishes a level 4 lower monster from your deck to the graveyard. This is basically Beatrice at home. If you wanna, yeah, it's basically Beatrice at home, but it's also an extender. It's a spellcaster, so it's even easier to make Celine after this. Unfortunately, it's not searchable unless you wanna go into Tidal, but it's not worth that. So I mean, you could, but would you really do it? I don't think so. You cannot send floodgates to get them back with your belt. That is not possible anymore. But you can send a shuffler, and that is important because we're approaching a format where Fugaros is a card, and we want to have as many ways to play around that card to establish some interruptions without giving our opponents a lot of draws. So shuffler are a good idea. So basically this would up the consistency, but you would of course lose into the non-engine ratio. This deck was good because you could play it off non-engine. It could be 17 in 40 cards, and it's not it's not bad at all. It's actually very good. It could even go more, like cutting one going to go into 18. You can cut this and go into 19, but you lose some consistency. So, um, yeah, it's not super advisable. And another thing that you can do is go into sprint. This is again another Beatrice at home, but it's a bit worse because you cannot link it away after you foolish for stellar. So you will have to have, for example, Sangajin plus Engraver that does the job. Um, that also is a very good hand, even if you um, don't play sprint. You don't go into your white forest cards, but Sangajin plus against the Engraver is in any other deck is an FTK basically. So yeah. So this pretty much sums it up. These are the experiments that you can make for keeping this this approach for the format. Keep in mind that it's gonna be a short format, and we're gonna have the Examiner cards soon, which I'm not really sure if they're better or worse than the Fiendsmith cards. Of course, if you can play them together, that's awesome. And and yeah, experiment with me and let's see what comes out best. See you in the next video.